So before getting into the actual the AWS architecture, so here I would like to take you to the some of the AWS stuffs which we are currently having in the market. Okay. So these are the many types of AWS services which we are currently having in the market. So here you could able to see for each and every the what to say, each and like every department wise here we are having the different services starting from the storage level. Okay, so like starting from the storage level here you could able to see for storage here we are having these many services. Okay, and for computing here we have these many services, and for networking purpose and the networking purpose here we have these many services, and likewise here you could able to see the many services for based on each and every criteria. So here when we take the networking, the basic element which we will be using is the VPC. Okay, so when it comes to the development here, you can able to see the many services provided by the AWS. So here, though you can able to see the many services provided by the AWS no one will know the all the services which is being used in the AWS. So here we are having the different types of role for each and every user. So accordingly, they will be selecting the services. Let's say if you are a developer, so you can directly go for the AWS developer. So that is majorly you will be using the development. And let's say here we have Chandra Bose as a developer, and this guy mainly he can able to choose these services. And if we are from the infrastructure background, so considering like a Linux admin, Windows admin, storage admin, network admin, something like that. So for that cases, here we can able to go for the these services. And when there is a project requirement is in need, and we will be also using the some of the operational services like Elastic Bean, Stack Ops, Work Configuration Management, and so on. Okay, so when we are coming across all these services, so what are the main services which we will be learning here? So whatever the services which is required for ad certification here, mainly will be focusing on that. So just to show you the overall picture, okay, just to show you the overall picture, so here we have the numerous services which is offered by the AWS, and here also you could able to see under the AWS global infrastructure. Here we are having the availability zone and the region. So what we have discussed yesterday. Okay, just to recap what we have discussed yesterday, this is not like a questionnaire section. I'm not treating you guys as a student, but still I want to give a try. What is your understanding from yesterday's class? Okay, Shrikant, can you just tell me what is the availability zone which we have discussed yesterday? Shrikant? Okay, Dinesh?
All.
Yeah, can you
Can you
go
hear me?
ahead? Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Virginia.
Virginia. No, no, no. On generic term, what is define availability zone?
Available.
Virginia is a place name, right? It's a state name.
It's nothing but a data centers where you can avail any resources or any
Okay, okay. Then
can
what is it? Then what is a region?
um, region is nothing but I'm not sure how to explain that actually. Just a moment.
Okay, Dinesh.
One second. Region where we are hosting our data center, right? Maybe.
Region is a data center hosting. No, this is not the exact answer. Okay, Chandrabose.
Region which is hosted nearby our data center.
Nearby, boss, can you please increase your volume?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, boss.
Region is nothing but which is hosted nearby our accessible point.
Okay, then what is a data center?
Data center is nothing but the storage area.
Okay, so
Is it a separate geographical area where we set up a place for
okay.
avail data centers?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, correct, Shrikant, you're right. So even if you take the time, I think Shrikant has got the answer from Google now. I think so. Okay, anyhow, it's,
Not really. Yeah, okay. Okay.
no, but no problem. The source may be from anywhere, but we need the answer, either from Google or notebook or whatever it is. So what you have said is correct. So region is nothing but the geographical location where the data centers will be placed. Or in a simple term, which we can say, even yesterday we have discussed like this. So region is nothing but a location, okay, and the AZ is nothing but a data center. So
Data centers. Yeah.
even yesterday we have seen in geographical link. So here we had something like this: Mumbai of two. So here Mumbai is a location, and the number two is nothing but the two data centers are available in the Mumbai location. Okay, so that is the region and the AZ. Okay. Right. Okay. So here, though we will be having the certifications here. So in the AWS. So here I will also give you an overall the roadmap for the certification. So here on the picture you could able to see the different certification which is provided by the AWS. So which will be useful for you for your career level. And here you could be able to see the AWS certified cloud practitioner. Okay, so this is an a very basic certification. Like if you would like to do, you can do it, but I would suggest no. No, in the sense of you don't want to waste your money by getting a certificate of this, and also this certificate is not highly preferred in the any of the organization. So rather than that, you can go for the AWS Certified Solution Architect Associate. That is nothing but AWS CSA Associate. So you can go for this certificate. So which will be what? And this certificate is having a time limit. That is, your certification will be valid for your 2 years. So if you are writing on December 1st on 2018, so it will be valid till 2020 for 2 years. Okay, and then you can also able to do the sysops. That is, the sysops is the next level, and you can able to go for the professional also. So that is, here I can say the cloud practitioner the first level, associate is the second level, and the sysops is the third level, and professional is the fourth level. So here in each and every step, if you are getting strong, you can able to approach the fourth one. And only if you are clearing the CSA certificate, you can go for the sysops. And only when you're clearing the SysOps certificate, you can able to appear for the professional certificate. And that is the criteria what AWS is having. And if you are from the development background, okay, and I want to learn all the development services here in the AWS, then you can go for the AWS developer associate. So for each and every different services, here we are having the certifications. So what are the certification which you are getting? So what I would suggest is first to go with the CSA certificate, understand the concepts in that, and then go for the SysOps or developer or the professional. Okay, and later on, if needed, you can also go for the DevOps too. Okay, so this is the overall the roadmap of the certification, and here we will be concentrating on the AWS CSA certificate. This one.
Arun, just to confirm, all these certificates are valid for only 2 years, and after that we need to renew it.
This is only for AWS CSA certificates. For professional, they don't have an age limit.
Okay.
For professional, they don't have the validity right now. Right now.
Okay.
So see
What
here.
is the cost of the,
So what I'm
what
saying
are the cost for you?
for CSA certificate, it's $150 right now. For all these three, they are charging 150 per dollar, 150 per certificate, and for professional they are charging $300. So here we need to pay that amount to the AWS, so that here you can able to take up the exam, that is through the online. So it will be the exam type will be the MCQ type. There are multiple choice questions. So once you have prepared with that, and you can able to clear it. So here, what my suggestion here is, if you are doing the certification also, so people will be also checking your what is that the technical stuff from the AWS. Let's say if I am the recruiter, if I'm getting the 100 resume, I will filter from 100 to 50 people who are certified with the AWS. And apart from the 50 here, I will be again coming down to the another number 20 by checking the concepts oriented task where the employee can be able to give the strong answers. That is, you need to be strong on all the concepts here. Okay, that is the in terms of a stops. Okay, so though you are also getting a certificate, the next level you will be raised many questions on the concepts of the AWS CSA certifications. So we should be prepared in both the way. But to filter the certificate, to filter your resume, we need to be certified. So that is recommended on a first scale level. Okay, but okay, right. So let us start now. So here in the left side here you could able to see on a very simple, okay, and a very simple architecture of the AWS. That is the basic architecture of what I have here. Okay, so now in this architecture, I don't have many components. I don't have many components. I have only the few components, that is IAM, VPC, EC2, Amazon RDS, and the Amazon S3. So here I am going to explain how the AWS is working in terms of this simple architecture. Right. Now, so when we are accessing the AWS console either from a desktop or either from a mobile phone, so with the help of internet, first we will be reaching the AWS website, that is the Amazon Web Services. So here then, so even yesterday Chandra Bose has created a login, right? So having some username as AKC Bose, something like that. Okay. So here there is a service called IAM. There is a service called IAM, so which will be doing the user authentication. So once the user is got authenticated, then it will be moving on to the VPC. Okay. So what is a VPC here? So VPC is nothing but the private virtual private cloud. Okay. So what is a virtual private cloud? Now consider, let's say you are in an apartment. Okay, so you are in an apartment. Okay, so there will be many apartments will be there. There will be many flats will be there in the apartments. Okay, so though it is in a full apartments here. So let's say you are having the two-store buildings. Okay, there is a two-store buildings. Okay, in a common way here we are having the two-store buildings. So here we are having the separate flats. So in each and every separate flats here I'm considering this VPC as my flats. So this is on one VPC, this is on another VPC. So now since yesterday boss has created a one account, so he can able to create his own VPC. Okay, he can able to create his own VPC. So whatever the properties which we are using within the VPC, so which would be owned only by him. Okay, from his login. So when AKC, when boss is login into the AWS region or the AWS architecture, so where he will be having an access only to his VPC. Okay, so that is the virtual private, I can say in another word as a room or a cloud. So whatever he is doing within his VPC, so it will be known to the another person. So now let's say if a Srikanth is creating another login, so he will be owning another VPC. So whatever he is doing within that VPC, so it is not known by any other people, but everyone has been put in the common place, that is the AWS public cloud. Okay, so for the same reason you can think of an apartments example. In the apartments example, there will be many flats will be there. So you will be having your key to get into your home, right? So once you are getting to home, so what are the properties which you are using? So which will be the private one. So whether the and a person from the person from the another flat, whether he can able to access your property. So obviously no. So that is in the whole apartments here you are having your flat, and within the flat here you are accessing your properties. That is in the whole public cloud environment. That is in the whole public cloud environment. So you are creating a separate space for you, that is called as a VPC. So in that you will be having your storage. In that here you will be having your storage and your instances, that is your servers, okay, and your DB machines and the everything. Okay, so likewise the other people also will be creating their own VPC, and they also will be having their own properties like storage, the instances and the DB and the many things. So this is nothing but an VPC. And now here, so within the VPC, okay, so when you are creating the VPC, so here you will be creating the EC2 instance, and you will be creating the also the DB, that is the Amazon RDS. Okay, here the DB is called as the Amazon RDS. That is nothing but the relational database service. And apart from the here, you could able to see there is no connection to one of a service called S3. So S3 is nothing but the storage. That is the simple storage service. Okay, that is simple storage service. That is nothing but the S3. So now here, when we want to use a service of S3, it doesn't mean that it should be within the VPC. Even outside of the VPC also we can able to have the S3 service. So where directly from the IAM we can able to access the S3. So these are some of the main properties of the AWS when we are starting it initially. So that is the IAM, VPC, Amazon EC2, RDS, and the S3. So this is on a very small introduction about these services. But here we are going to see those services in detail in the upcoming classes. Okay, the first service. The first service here which we are going to discuss about is nothing but the IAM. That is the identity and the access management. Okay, so as per the architecture here, what we are able to understand in this diagram. Now, so we are a normal user, okay, either a root user or a normal user who is trying to connect to the AWS. So that is either through a console. Console is nothing but the green mode which we are using. So this is the console. So this is the AWS console. Either you will be logging in through the console or he will be logging in through the CLI also by mainly by using the internet. Okay, so let's say when the user is logging into the AWS console using an internet connection. So once he had entered into the AWS environment, once he has entered into the AWS environment, so first he will be using the IAM, the essential method. That is, either he will be logging in as a user or he will be a part of a group. Okay, so when he is working as a user or a part of a group, so where he will be entitled to the some of the properties of it, that is the API key, that is the IAM API key, so which we will be discussing, and the STS key, and the IAM role and the IAM policies. So here, so when all these things are applied, he can able to start using the some of the services, that is the EC2 instance and the S3 bucket. Now, for an example, here we are going to create a user, and we are and we are going to access the some of the services called EC2 and the S3 bucket. Okay, so now here I'm going to create an IAM user. I'm going to create an IAM user, IAM group, and also the IAM policy, and also the IAM row. Okay, so now let's see how to create the IAM user and the row. So before getting into that, so let's have another figure. So in terms of the wordings. So the IAM does not the IAM does not requires a region selection. So when we are creating the IAM, let's say, so you can able to click on this AWS console home button, so where you will be redirected to the home screen, where you will be redirected to the AWS home screen. Now, so here what are the services which I want to access? That is the IAM. So if you are not having by this way, you can search in the all services page. So where you can able to identify your IAM under your security, identity and the compliance. So here you can able to see the service called IAM, that is the identity and the access management. So I'm clicking on IAM. Okay, I am clicking on IAM. So here you could able to say, okay, there are previously, since this account is being already, I'm using it, here you could able to see the 5 users, 2 groups and 6 roles, and the policies, customer manager policies are 3. Okay, so forget about the default one which you are seeing on my screen. So here I'm going to create a user. So here I'm going to create a user. Let's say the name of a user, let's consider as a boss. Okay, so I'm creating an IAM user whose name is called as boss, and now here I'm going to give him a programmatic access. Okay, so whether I want to add him to a group, no, for now here I'm not going to add him to any other group. Okay, so I'm just simply going to make it on the next. Okay, and the user does not have any permission. Okay, no problem. So for now here, I don't want to give any permission to the user boss. Okay, create user. So that is the one user is created. The username is called as a boss here. Right. So if you would like to verify, so in the dashboard, in the IAM dashboard, you can click on users, and here you could be able to see I have created a user called boss, and right now he don't have access to any group. Okay, so here I have not enabled any properties for him right now. Okay, so coming on to the nodes. So mainly this IAM is used to manage your AWS users, groups, roles, policies, and the API keys, password policy, and other access to the AWS accounts and the services. So when you want to access any services, whether it's in terms of storage or server or DB or anything, so first we need to create a user and we should give the certain permissions to him so that only he can able to access the particular services which is available within the AWS. And now the other important point here it is global to all regions, creating a AWS user account which will apply to all regions. So when you are working on the IAM, okay, so here you could able to see clearly when you are working on the IAM, so you able to see what are the data center which is being used. So here we are having it as a global. Okay, so since we are having it as a global, so here we don't want to use any data center since the particular service is defined as the global one. So that is, it is not specific to any location. Okay. The next one, IAM user. So when this IAM user is created, will not have any access to any of the AWS resources. So even you have seen, we have created a user called the boss, but I haven't given any permission to him. If you check on the currently now I am under the properties of the user boss. You can able to see here under boss what are the permissions given? Nothing. So I haven't assigned any permission to the user called boss. And the next one, the users can be attached to the groups and the policies. So when it is needed, I can able to give the access to the user both for the number of the policies. And now the next one is the group. So what is the group here is all about? Allow you to assign IAM permission policies to more than one user at a time. Okay, so when I want to apply more than one policy to a group, to a user, so at the time here I can able to use the IAM group, and which will make us very easier in the access management. In the access management means, so by doing some of the example where you will be understanding the same. Okay, so now here I would like to create one more user called as Shrikant. So user, add user. I am creating one more user called as Shrikant. Okay, let's say programmatic access. Okay, so right now I would like to assign some let's say VPC, permissions to him. So under my account he can be able to create the VPC. So for that case here I am attaching some permissions to him. So that is called as a VPC. So let's say here I am giving the VPC full access. Okay, I am giving the VPC full access to the user Shrikant. So next, so create the user. So you could be able to see one permission has been given to the user Shrikant. Okay, the user has been created. Right. Okay, so now For Srikanth, under Srikanth, here I can able to see there is a one permission given, which is the VPC full access. Okay. Right. So now here the policy is nothing but it's a permission that you can attach to a IAM user or a role or to a group also. So these policies control what kind of action that identify can perform on which resources under what conditions. Now let's say an example here. So what are the two users which we have created, guys?
Srikanth and
So one is Bose, another one
Bose
is
and Srikanth.
Srikanth. Right. So here I have given the access for Srikanth. I have given the full access for one of a service called the VPC. Okay. So these are the AWS services. Okay, these are the AWS services. So now here, now I have given the VPC services to Bose, and I'm going to provide the services, the other services called the EC2 to Srikanth, and also the S3 services to Srikanth. Now, Srikanth can able to access the VPC, EC2, and the S3 services. Okay, so this is what I need to apply here. That is nothing but a policy. I need to add these policies to the user Srikanth so that he can able to access these services. The policy is nothing but here that is considered as the permissions. The permission is, in other words, they are calling it as a they are calling it as a policy. Okay, so here nothing to confuse. Okay, we have created a user and we have assigned the some of the policies here to the particular user Srikanth so that he can able to access and also he can able to manipulate the permissions within these services. Okay, now here I'm going to log in. Here I'm going to log in with those users and let's see how can I able to log in with the created IAM users. Okay. So here I haven't created the password for the user. So let me have a password for the user, Srikanth. I am making the password also same as his name, Srikanth. Uppercase, okay, right. That is capital S, 1, 2, 3. Con 1, 2, 3. Right. The special character, right. So I have created a password for the user Srikanth. Right. So now here there are two ways an IAM user can able to log in. Either he can use this account number. Okay, either you can use this account number or you can use this link, the console link. So the console link is nothing but another point. So whoever the IAM user means. So here IAM user is nothing but one of the sub user under this account. Under this account means so this account is owned by the user called Arun, right? So here the root user is nothing but the Arun. So Arun is holding the account ID 301686763132. So under this account, I have created one user called Bose and another user called Srikanth. So this user will be treated as the normal users. These users will be treated as the normal users. So this is the scenario which we are having currently right now. So Arun is a root user. Srikanth is a normal user. Okay, so where Arun will be having all the access by default in the AWS services. So here a boss and the Shrikant will be having the permission when Arun is assigning the permissions to these normal IAM users. Right. Now let me log in. Let me log in with the user as Shrikant. Okay, so now can you able to see the account ID here? The account ID which I have told you. Okay.
Created.
Okay. Right. So now here, okay, let me log in with both. Let me log in with both here. Okay, we haven't created the password, right? Okay, let me log in with Shrikant, and password is right, KANTH. Wait, log in. Okay, so now you guys can able to see here. Okay, so that is the user Shrikant is logged. User Shrikant as logged in the account 3016863312. So that is, so whatever the actions which he is going to perform, so that will be recorded under this particular account. Okay, now let's say even if TCS or CTS or Infosys is getting a login from AWS, so while logging in as an IAM normal user, so people will not give you the root access. At any time, people will not be giving a root access. You guys will be treated as a IAM user. You guys will be treated as a IAM user. So when you are logging in, you can able to see your name, and also you can able to see your account number. Okay, right. And also this account is being hosted on the which data center. So that also you can able to view it. Right. So now here I have logged in with the user Shrikant, and now okay. Let's say, so what are the services which we have assigned to Shrikant? What?
VPC,
Okay.
S3,
Okay.
and the third
And
one is I'm not sure.
okay, EC2.
EC2, sorry, yeah,
Yeah,
EC2.
EC2. So now here you could able to say I'm logging. I'm getting into the VPC services. So once I have got into the VPC services, here Shrikant. Okay, Shrikant can able to access all the VPC parameters which is available here. Okay, so in the same way, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to log in as a user boss. Okay, user boss, and I'm going to check his permissions. Okay, for boss, I'm going to set the password here. Okay, right. So here I have created one
So,
password to the user boss.
uh, what is the console access? I can see some console access.
Console access is nothing but the one which you are seeing right now. This
Okay.
is the console.
Okay. When we are working to a client, okay, whether they will give in they ask us working internet, or they will give a separate what is the difference between the working in the home and the working in the administration? Whether it will be same or there will be difference.
No, the same, the same. So if they want to give if they want to give the console access, they will be giving. Or if they want to give only the CLI access, that is the only connecting to the servers. So
Okay.
it depend upon the requirement.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now here I am logging in as user boss. So with the
Arun,
same
sorry, what is the full form of CLI?
CLI command line interface. So here we will be also
Command line interface.
learning
Okay.
there.
Okay. Thanks.
So now here you could able to see now I have logged in as a user both under the same account ID. Okay. So for my company, I am assuming Bose and Shrikant are they are my employees. Okay. So now Bose is trying to access the let's say the EC2 services. So what is the message which we are getting here? You are not authorized to describe the running
You're not.
engine. You are not authorized. You are not authorized. That is, I haven't applied any policies to the user boss. So only to Srikanth I have applied it, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So only when you are applying an policy, so only when you are applying an policy to the IAM user, so that he can able to access, okay, so that you can able to access the resources, that is the AWS resources under the certain conditions. Okay, right. Now let's consider now getting on to the group. Okay, so allows you to assign IAM permission policies to more than one user at a time. Okay, now on a scale here I'm having these many services. That is what is that? S3, EC2, RDS, let's say CloudWatch, Cloud Trial, okay, and VPC and so many things. Okay, so today Dinesh is joining in my company. Okay, today Dinesh is joining in my company. So after creating an account, after creating him as a IAM user, so I need to add a policy for S3, EC2, RDS, CloudWatch, Cloud Trial, and VPC. And the next day, what will happen is, let's say Srikanth is joining in my company. And for Srikanth also, I need to give the access for S3, EC2, RDS, CloudWatch, CloudTrail, and the VPC. So day by day, if each and every user is joining, so here it will be a laborious work for me to give the access for each and every services. So rather than that, what I'm going to do here it is, I'm going to there is the two types of services. That is there is two types of groups. One is that is a read only group. Okay, G. Okay, let's say by this way, read only group for S3, EC2, and the RDS. And I'm going to create another group, read write group. Okay, that is for again for S3, EC2, and the RDS. So here I can able to allow the users to only read the content from these services, and these group members will be able to read and write on the S3 services, EC2 services, and also the RDS. So likewise here, I can even if I'm having 100 of policies or 100 of services, I can put all together into a single group, and I can just add a user and I can just add a user part of this group, that is user 1 and the user 2. So now user 1 will be having access to all these services, and also user 2 also will be having the services of all of this. So here I don't want to do the manual intervention of giving the each and every policy one by one to each and every user. Rather than create a group, add all these policies, and give the access same to the users. So now in this way here, now we are going to create a group now. So you could able to see here now. I'm signing out from user boss. I think this Mozilla will behave slow when compared to the Google Chrome. Okay, so here I have logged in as myself, that is the root user. Okay, so where you could able to see the my name, and now here I am going to create a group. Okay, so here I am going to create a group here. So before that, here I would like to delete the groups which I am having right now. Okay, so here that is I am going to create as read only the S3 and the EC2. Okay, so here I would going to create a group called read only S3 and the EC2. So here I need to attach the policies, that is S3. So here you could able to see on one policy which we have as Amazon S3 read only, add that, and you then go with the EC2. So EC2 read only. Okay. So if you'd like to add any more permissions also, here you could able to add. Let's say I am going for something called as the Cloud Watch. As if you're not speaking, you can go on mute. Okay, so now here, I am giving to the CloudWatch full access for this group. Okay, so in a group I have added the three policies here. Okay, so one group has been created. I'm going to create another group. My group name is read write S3 and the EC2. Okay, so here using this services I'm going to create it. Let's say here Amazon S3 full access. Okay, and as a full access here also I have Amazon EC2 full access. So apart, so here I'm adding these two services, that is S3 and the EC2. Okay, so now here we have created these two users. Okay, sorry, these two groups. So now this, the RO is for only the having a read permission, and the read write is having a read write permission on the S3 and the EC2. If you would like to check the permissions which is assigned under the particular group, you can go ahead by this way and you can able to check it. Let's say now here I would like to add the user. Okay, now I would like to add the boss.
Modify the permissions later if you want.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So now here
Okay.
we have not assigned any policies to the user boss, right? So we have assigned only some of the policies to the user Srikanth, and we have not assigned any policies to the boss. So now I am adding boss to the group called read write S3 and the EC2. Okay, so now since I have added the user boss to this group, I'm going to log in. I'm going to log in as the user. User boss, and I'm going to check whether he has having the access for the EC2 or not. So I am logging in as an IAM user boss. Okay, so where you could able to see I have logged in. So now when I'm clicking on the EC2, so now he should get the dashboard of EC2. Yes, he is getting it. So now he can able to see the dashboard of the EC2. So what was the previous scenario when we are checking the his EC2 dashboard, when we have not given any permission?
Is not authorized to access.
It's not authorized. So we haven't assigned any policies to user boss. Right. Right. So next one is about the role here. Guys, if you're not speaking, you can go on mute, please. Okay, so here the next one here we are going to discuss about the role here. Okay, so what is the role is all about here? Okay, that is another entity acquires the specific permission defined by the role. So that is the specific policies assigned by the role. So the entity includes the AWS resources and the non-AWS account holder. Non-AWS account holder in the sense that is the third party member. So when we are developing the web applications, when it needs to be accessed also by everyone, so at that time also here we will be assigning the roles. So once the role name is created and which cannot be edited again. So if you want to edit the role name again, where you need to delete the role, okay, where you need to delete the role and then create a new role. So here which creates the communication between the AWS resources. right? Now, so far here we have seen the examples. For here we are so far we have seen the example for creating an IAM user, right? So IAM user who will be accessing the resources, and then what we have done, we have created the IAM groups. So in the group we will be making it as read only, read write, or the any set of policies, that is S3, EC2, and so on. Okay, and what is the policy will be doing? So IAM policy. So IAM policy, using the IAM policy, I can able to give the permission for a user for the particular services, that is S3, EC2, and the RDS or whatever it is. Okay, so we are the IAM policy. Here I can able to give the permissions. Okay, so how the user can able to access the AWS resources? When the IAM policy is being applied to him, he can able to access the policy. And then now here we are going to discuss about the role, right? So what is the role here and what is the main use of it? Now here we have made the connection between the user and the services, right? So now how a services from a services to a services will be communicated. How this S3 and EC2 will communicate? How EC2 and the, let's say, RDS will communicate? So this can be done. What is the communication between the services? The communication between the services, how it can be done? So this can be done by using applying a role. So when you are adding a role in between the services of the AWS, it can be able to communicate it. So when you want to access your S3 storage bucket from your server, only if you are having a role, then you can able to access your S3 bucket from your instance, that is from your server. Okay, right. So now let us create one of role. Okay, role. So if I have anything in that, so I am just going to delete it. So it means that these two roles are in progress for the deletion. Okay, in the meantime, so let us create a role here. So after clicking on the create role, here I can able to see the AWS services. So here when I'm having the AWS services, here I'm going to make a communication between the EC2 to the other services. So here I'm clicking on the EC2, okay, and then let's say I want to communicate from EC2 to S3, okay, and also the RDS, and also the RDS full access which we have, right? So with this two here I want to access my EC2. So here when you are giving the role name, it should be make some sense. So that is EC2 is going to communicate with the S3 and the RDS. So hence I am giving it by this way, EC2, S3 and the RDS. So now in the description you can able to clearly see that allows EC2 instances to call the AWS services on your behalf. So you on behalf of Arun, I'm going to call the EC2 instance to the other services. That is other services nothing but which we have selected S3 full access and the RDS full access. Okay, right. So here, so you can avoid the rush of the stuff. So here you could be able to see we have created a role called EC2-S3-RDS. So that from my EC2 server, so that is as per the architecture, okay, as per the architecture here, the EC2 can able to, so that is EC2 can able to access the S3 server, and EC2 can also able to access the DB server without any issues. So if you want to make a communication between the AWS services, okay, between the AWS services, here you need to create a role, okay.
Without creating role, whether it is so, it is not accessible, right?
No. So without creating a
So
role in the sense, let's say here, I'm getting onto my S3 bucket.
I have a lot of policies. I think I have S3 policy. I have a EC2 without within the with the user policy, so it cannot interconnect, right?
No. So now let's say, okay, let me put it in this way. Now Dinesh is having access to EC2, S3 and VPC. Okay. So now Dinesh can able to access Dinesh now here. Let me put it in this way. So now Dinesh is having access to S3 bucket, and also he is having a connection to EC. He is having a permission to access EC2 and also to VPC. But the thing is here, the thing here it is. So now S3 and EC2 cannot able to communicate, and EC2 and VPC cannot able to communicate. So here we haven't created any permission so that S3 can able to communicate with the EC2 and EC2 can able to communicate with the VPC. If you want to make a communication in between the services, then you need to create a role. So that is the thing here. So for giving the access, you will be, so for giving the access,
Hello?
you for giving the
Arun,
access.
your voice is not clear or not audible.
Okay, 1 minute.
Hello, Arun.
Yeah, Dinesh.
Arun, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
I think some bad connection with Arun's end.
1 second. Okay, how about now, guys? Is it fine?
Yeah,
It
it's
is good.
okay
Yeah.
now.
Okay, right. Okay, right. So now here, the other point. Okay. So when a user, so when a user wants to, when a user wants to access the AWS services, when a user wants to access the AWS services, you need to create a policy. When a services within the services, when they want to communicate, then you need to create a role here. So that is the difference between a policy and a role. Okay, right. Now
One
here,
second.
yes,
Oh, so role means interconnection, communication between the services.
yes,
Policy means the user, right?
yes. So I can put it in another way. Role is used internal communication, and policy is used for the outer communication.
Maybe users communication. Policy for user communications. Can you
Yeah,
mention like that?
so normally user will be accessing from the outside world, right? So that is from outside the data center. So whereas the role will be communicated within the data center from one service to the another service. Okay, right. Okay, so now, so right now what, okay, so I will show you another example here. Okay, so now in my S3 bucket, so under my Amazon S3, what are the two buckets which I have?
Vishwa and
Kala.
Kala.
Okay, so here I'm having the two
Okay.
buckets. And now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try I'm going to try to access with my instance. Let's say here one of my instances running. So if for that instance I have attached a role. Okay, for the instance I have attached a role. Okay, so now you could able to see that there is no role for this. There is no role for this IAM for this instances. So I'm just going to log in for this instance right now. I'm trying to access the same new session that is load. Okay. Shrikant, for your information, this is CLA Shrikant. This is the command line interface
Okay.
what we are using now.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
right. So from the EC2 user, I have logged in as a root user right now. So here, what I'm trying to do here is from the server, I'm trying to access my S3 bucket. Okay, that is my storage, my AWS storage. That is AWS S3 LS. So here you could able to see here I'm not able to get the I'm not able to list the properties. I'm not able to list the properties from the S3. Sorry, I have given us S2. It should be S3. Okay, so now what it says, an error occurred invalid access key when calling the list buckets operation. That is here, I don't have the permission to access the S3. That is, this particular instance, okay, does not have the access to the S3. Now here I'm going to attach a role for this instance so that it can able to access the S3. So now I'm just getting onto actions, instance settings, attach or replace IAM role. Okay, right. So EC2 S3 RDS role, which I'm going to attach here. Okay, so the role has been applied. So now here I'm trying to access the same from that server. So this is my server. So now after adding the what is that? After adding the role, can I able to access the S3? Can I able to list the buckets which is available in the S3? The one which you are
Yes.
seeing here in the console. Okay, S3. In S3 here I have Vishwa and Kala, right? And where you are seeing that the same from your CLI, that is your command line. So now let's say if I want to create one more bucket, see there are two ways of creating the objects. From the console also you can able to create it, from the CLI also you can able to create it. Now I'm going to create a bucket, that is AWS make bucket S3. Okay, that is S3 colon slash slash. Let's say my name is Dinesh. So this is my bucket name. One minute, something is wrong. Okay, AWS S3 make bucket S3 colon slash slash DINNESH. So now here you could able to see I have created a bucket. So later I will explain you what is the bucket is all about. Just here I am giving this example to understand what is the role is all about. So now here I have created a one bucket called Dinesh in my console. Now here you could able to see the changes where I have created a bucket called Dinesh here. That is for my storage. Okay. So this is I have created a bucket from my console. Okay, and if you would like to also delete it, okay, that is AWS S3 remove bucket S3 colon slash slash. Let's say I want to remove the bucket called Kala. Okay, so I have done that. So refresh the screen and check it once. Okay, do the proper refresh.
Arun, just to confirm, can you please show me that command screen? What is the command you put for removing the bucket?
AWS
AWS S3
remove bucket. Oh, sorry. My command is wrong. It's RB.
B, yeah. Okay.
Yes. So now you could able to see the confirmation message. Remove bucket. Kala.
So if it is MB, it is modifying the bucket.
No. Make bucket.
Make bucket. Okay. Creating the bucket. Okay.
And for removing it, I'm using RB.
Okay.
So now
whether this command
yeah
in console.
So now here you can able to see I have removed the Kala, the bucket. If you want to create it from the console also, you can able to create it. Let's say here I would like to create it as something called as a Webco. So with the default settings I am creating it. You can able to create it. So see, when you are okay now, let's say when you don't have access from your CLI, can you able to create the bucket?
Yes.
When you don't have an access for CLI, can you able to create a bucket?
Yeah, you can create it through console, right?
Correct. Yeah, exactly. You're right. So when you don't have access to the CLI, if you are having access to the console, you can able to create it. So either one permissions will be by default it will be given. So which you guys also seen the same when we are creating a user. So when we are also creating a user, it is asking what type of permission which we need to give for the user. So that is if not once again, if when I'm creating a user, it is asking the programmatic or the AWS management console. Okay, so by selecting this here, we can able to make sure so what type of permission is given for that particular user. Right.
Okay. I need a small clarification. Earlier, when you came to the screen, there is a checkbox here, right, before this programmatic access.
Yeah.
So what if we? I think you have checked that box earlier, but what if?
Yeah, that is the management console.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, but Yeah, what if we not check that box and if we proceed with that script, what will happen? What will be the difference?
So he will not having any access, either programmatic access or the console access. He will not having anything. Just what
Do
he
we get any pop-up or any prompt on the other screen?
no. So here by
Okay.
default, say after creating the user, let's say so here I'm making some name here. Let's say Ram. Okay. So now after
Okay.
creating your user Ram, can I able to click on this next icon button?
No, it seems to be graded.
Graded out. So either you need to select a programmatic access, either you need to select the either you need to this field is like what? Either you need to select the programmatic access or the AWS management console or both access. So only then
Okay, so without selecting these options, you will not be able to proceed further on the screen.
correct.
Okay, okay.
So you can decide whether you want to create a user with the auto generation or you want to create with the customized password, what you want to create as per the user desire. Okay.
Okay.
So all these options where which you can read it by your own. This will be which will be in a simple English and that will be used to understand that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right. So now you guys are going to create users. Okay. So the one more final thing what I would like to tell you is the MFA. Okay. So let you guys go for the practical. Then I will talk about the MFA here. Okay, so everyone please log in with your AWS console with your root user credentials. Keep the console ready. Okay, I hope everyone can able to see my screen, right? So you guys can able to create this these users groups and add the policies to this respective groups. Okay, and also add the users to the respective group. First you will be adding the policies to the group and then you will be adding the users to the group and then you will be creating a role. So can we start doing this?
Okay.
So so if you got stuck up anywhere, please do let me know. I can help you.
Okay.
So you can start working on it. Hi Shankar. Shankar, you there?
Hey, yeah, Arun.
Okay. So have you created your account?
No, Arun, I need to create it. Actually, I don't have access to my machine today.
Oh, I see. So here we will be bringing the session like 1 hour theory and 1 hour practical. So every day you will be having the practical session. So make sure you're getting to access to your mission and creating the role, creating the account as soon as possible.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Arun.
Yeah, yes, boss.
where I can find the option to create user.
Okay, can you share your screen to me? I can assist you. So just type it as IAM. Yeah. No, click on that. Yeah. So can you able
I
to
don't
see?
know. I'm
Yeah, click on the users and go ahead and do that. Okay, guys, let me share this document to you all. Let me share this document. Give me 1 minute. I will share this lab document.
Arun.
Yeah, Shrikant.
Okay, I thought the call got disconnected.
And I'm just trying to share the document with you people. Guys, I have shared the document with everyone. Please check your mail and you can download it. Okay, Srikanth, I would like to access your screen. Srikanth, can you just accept the invitation and can you share your screen?
Yes, yes, I'm just accepting it. Just a minute. Were you able to see my screen?
No, Srikanth. Yeah, I can.
So this was a user I have just created actually.
Okay, just create the users as per the document. Yeah, download it, save it locally.
I'm not having any option to download here actually. I'm just able to open the document directly.
No, can you open the document again? In the right top, in the right top.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
You can, yeah. Okay. Dinesh, I'm making you as a presenter.
Okay.
Dinesh, can you accept it and can you share your screen, please?
Once again. Can you send me once again? Because,
Okay.
Arun.
Yeah. Yeah, I have sent it. Yeah, I can able to view now. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. So now here we are enabling the MFA. Okay, now here we are activating the MFA on a root user account so that there will be a second layer of security for accessing your account from the console. Now click on the manage MFA. Okay, in the next step. Again, next step. Okay, now in your mobile phone, if you are using Android phone, go to Play Store and download an application called Google Authenticator. So where the application will be gray in color.
It's a Google Authenticator, right?
Yes, Google Authenticator. So if you want to see the app, I can show you on my screen. So this is the app of Google Authenticator.
I have added.
Okay.
I scanned this barcode. I got 6-digit number.
Yeah. So after using this app, okay. So after using this app, so once you are opening it, you need to scan this barcode. Once you have scanned the barcode, you will be prompted with two numbers. So where you need to enter that number within 30 seconds. So
Here I have to enter, right?
yes. And go for the next. No. Was in the wait for the second number in your device. Yeah.
Activate.
Yes. So now you have got the messages MFA has been successfully authenticated with your account. Now log out and log in, please. So guys, now you can able to see now while Bose is logging in after activating the MFA. sign in. So now see here, now it is asking the MFA code. Previously, it was not asking it. So now you can get the code in your mobile phone. Please enter that code. Make sure your password and the number is correct, both.
Hello, Arun, for me it's failing.
No, yeah. One minute. Let me. So now we can able to see both has been able to successfully log in after entering the MFA code. So this is the another level of authentication for logging in. Okay. Right.